one or two more races as well, though. I guess just one more.
And Nax has started. I guess there's just a little bit of delay. It'll even out in a second. Not to worry.
I think because Nax is Canadian, Capitaine is Swiss, so there's probably a bit of delay there.
Yeah. So even though we did say that they're going to be using the same weapon, they are going to be doing slightly different routes and with different starting classes. So Nax wants to start with the bow because the bow is useful for a lot of stuff, but Capitaine wants to start as the thief because firebombs are also useful for stuff.
Not to mention the master key. Thief starts with a master key, so you don't have to pick that as a starting gift. But he will have to pick up a bow or purchase one, but he'll pick up one on this.
I'm sure he knows the details more than we do.
I think so.
So Capitaine just fighting the first boss early because he started with the firebombs. So it's just a little bit of a faster start.
Yep. I can't remember exactly how much faster. I'm sure someone in chat will be like, hey, this much faster. But it is a bit of a faster strat than going and doing your plunge attack to him.
But one thing to note about Hunter is it does start with a shield, which can be helpful.
Well, the thief starts with a shield. It's just not a very good shield.
It's so bad that it's not even worth picking up.
Yeah. So contrary to popular belief, it actually is faster to just talk to Oscar than kill him. And there's
really
some people that think otherwise. That's not the case. Okay, so Nax is going to do a jump attack here in hopes that he can get double damage, which he does. So he'll get the jump attack damage as well as the plunge attack damage right there. So it'll save him a hit or two.
Nice little life hack there.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, he actually missed. Should be fine. Yes, he did have enough time to connect with that one last attack, but not the best look.
Did not quit out on the door. I know. Early on, I think people were kind of. Everyone's kind of learning right now not to do that. Okay, so both of the runners will be making their way to Undead Parish. They're going to talk to the Undead Merchant, buy a few items from him. One happens to be a box.
A box? How could that be useful?
Yeah, it's a bottomless box. You'll just have to see, my friend. You'll just have to see.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, a little Miyazaki magic's gonna happen with that box later on.
Yeah, so they're just running past these hollows here. They're usually not dangerous, and every once in a while they'll just go crazy and jump at you, and you'll hate everything. But both runners not having too much trouble. Yeah, so Capitaine buying a shield here because shields are quite useful in this game, and he did not start with the one like Nax did.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the nice thing about the shield that Nax starts with and the one that Capitaine bought is whenever an enemy will attack, they'll actually kind of bounce off. It'll like kind of stagger them a little bit. So for things such as Hollow Room or, I mean, just blocking an enemy, it's nice because they don't just kind of just laugh at your shield being
oh,
of course,
Capitaine using the knife to block.
Not use it though. So
I mean, whatever works. And he's just picking up these gold pine resins, just a little weapon buff that'll be useful for some bosses and enemies. Quite useful early in the game, and especially with a fast weapon because it just adds a set amount of damage. Ooh, I wonder if Nax is going to get stuck here. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. No problem. So Capitaine's going to be doing Bandit Knife on Taurus Demon. Unlike what Nax's strat will be, he cannot stagger with the Bandit Knife, but he can bleed Taurus, so you'll see a big chunk of damage come off here in just a little bit. There it is.
And the weapon buff combined with the fast attack speed means a lot of damage.
Yep. Basically, most of the damage being done to Taurus is actually the resin buff right now.
Bandit Knife on his own is not too good.
Well, Nax going for
the fancy one-handed attack. Some secret strats there.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't I don't remember if I've seen anyone else go for that in this tournament so far.
I think I remember seeing Lucida go for it. I'm not sure about anyone else. Okay, so Capitain now use throwing knives to aggro the Hellkite and gets the Drake Sword. Nax will have a more comfortable time using the bow.
Yeah, this Drake just kind of sits up on that little castle, tower, whatever over there, and you have to lure him down somehow by hitting him. So Nax, just because he has a bow, he just shoots him, but Capitain had to find another way to do it. So that's why he bought the throwing knives.
And nobody got 1% memes on that. I think only 1 or 2 people have on that one, where the Drake, he actually can fly up whenever he lands, and yeah, it gets a little awkward after that.
Just a little bit.
A little bit. Okay, so this is where the 2 routes will kind of go their separate ways. So Capitain's gonna rest at the bonfire and make his way over to Gargoyles, where Nax, he's gonna cut through the church here. He's gonna quit out at the top of these stairs because he's gonna be doing the ESM route, so he won't be getting RTSR until much later. I say much later. I guess not later though. Later.
Nax is gonna, or sorry, Capitain is gonna be doing basically a more intended boss route where you do some early game bosses, whereas Nax is just gonna be like, screw it, I'm just gonna go straight to the mid game.
Okay, and now Nax is setting up Sin's Gate Skip. So Sin's Gate Skip, there's you got 2 different cameras. You have a kill cam, or I guess a kill box, and then a death cam above that, which gives you this lovely little camera view right here. And so by doing the parry, you can actually go out and touch that, and then you can get this little camera. You can it'll actually deload doors and some things like that, so you can actually run all the way to Sin's Fortress.
Oh, Capitain potentially in a life-threatening situation. Yes.
Yeah. But yeah, so Nax will be able to actually get into Sin's Fortress without having to ring both bells. Unfortunate to Capitain, right there.
That's what's known as the Hollow Room. It's a room with a lot of hollows, hence the name. And there's this one hollow who just kind of stands in a doorway, and he was kind of like...
He's usually not too big of an issue with the rapier because it'll kill him, but I didn't see what happened though.
He was kind of just barely not out of the doorway, so I think Capitain thought he would keep walking and then he could just run past him without hitting him.
Unfortunately, unlike the other Dark Souls games, you cannot move enemies by rolling into them or anything like that, so you just kind of just pray they get out of the way. Okay,
it's hit by the spell. That's what's supposed to happen.
Yep.
Either that or you poke him out of the way with the rapier.
Okay, so second go around is just fine. And
I mean, it's definitely one of the more, I guess, dangerous or nerve-wracking parts of the run.
Yeah. So Capitain doesn't have a bow yet. It usually, I think most routes now, you would move swap for this fight, but since he doesn't have a bow, he doesn't have the ability to just yet. So he'll be doing the tried and true R1 spam on Gargoyles.
Plus that means we actually get some more time to explain move swap, because we haven't done that yet.
Yeah. Go for it, my good man.
I'll wait until we're a little bit closer to Nax and Iron Golem, since he's going to be doing
I'm getting
that
a little
fight.
ahead of myself. I'm sorry.
Not to worry. Yeah, and Capitain making short work of the Gargoyles with the Drake Sword. Not really too much to it. I mean, you don't need any glitches or nothing. It's just smack them a couple of times and they're dead. All right, I guess we can start to explain. Nax's.
What a
he
god!
Gets the manly move swap by move swapping over the gap. So move swap. You saw he had a rapier and a bow in his hands just before he did that jump. And basically, as you're in the middle of an animation, in this case, he used a jump, the jump over the bridge. And while you're in the air, you basically queue up two-handing the bow, and the game doesn't stop you from menuing while you're doing that first animation. So before he finished the animation, he changed the bow to a weapon, in this case, the Drake Sword. and it basically just lets you two-hand the weapon in your left hand. And what that does is, because the bow doesn't have like a running attack, it takes the running attack from the weapon in your right hand, which is the rapier. So now he just has a super fast double attack on his rapier, or on his Drake sword. The power of this glitch isn't quite as apparent with the Drake sword because it's not terribly slow or powerful, but you'll see what it can really do in not too long. And meanwhile, Capitaine is this is the bow that he needs. This is where he's choosing to pick it up. Since he didn't start with one, he needs one for later on. And now he's just running to go pick up a certain ring, as well as a shield, just because it looks cool.
Yeah. Nax making quick work of Iron Golem. Iron Golem without RTSR can be a little wonky at times.
Inconsistent at best.
Yeah. But Nax didn't have any issues with that, so that's great. And Capitaine will be making his way over to RTSR right now. RTSR is Red Tearstone Ring, if anyone is wondering.
Thank you, I was wondering. I hear people say it all the time, and I never quite understood.
That's usually a pretty common one that's asked. You get RTSR question mark. Okay, so Nax not taking the safety bonfire. I think most people haven't, but I've also seen people get
I've seen a fair few people take it.
Yeah.
The Red Tearstone Ring increases your damage below 20% HP. You'll see, so you saw what happened with Nax's Iron Golem. You'll see how much of a difference it makes when Capitaine gets to Iron Golem. It's pretty big. Basically the biggest case of risk-reward in this game.
Okay, and Nax is doing his Raptor run. You'll notice that he keeps the rapier out. If any of these painting guardians, if they get in his way, the double attack, just like this, will do that. Just knock them right off. Still, whenever you hit them, sometimes they can just come out of a stagger and really do some work on you. But luckily, he was able to get through without any issue. Now, Capitaine is going to be setting up. Capitaine's going to be setting up his Synskate skip. Looks good.
I mean, he is the one who found it after all. I would hope he knows how to do it. And Nax is just going to be running down to this little bonfire over here. And he'll be using that to warp to and from a little bit later.
One thing to mention, I guess, when you're in this death cam, if you're using a controller, if you were to... I think, I want to say that probably most people use a keyboard just because it's tank controls. And using a keyboard, don't have to kind of be gentle with it or anything. If you use a controller and you kind of just go all the way up with it, your guy would just sit there and spin circles, do all sorts of things. Really awful. I know some people, I think Kamul uses controller, but he's the supreme leader, so. Alright, so Nax is going to be doing an elevator reset right here. I don't know how much time it saves RTA. I do know it saves time RTA. In-game time, it's about 12 seconds, I believe. So I guess, what, 5 seconds? Something like that with the quit out?
Yeah, not too bad. So basically, elevators in this game, they basically only save their, like, whichever level they're on, either immediately after they're triggered or after they reach the top. So in this case, the game doesn't save the elevator being at the top until it's fully completed its like spinning animation. So you run up onto that little like banister and jump up before the elevator is finished. And after you quit out, the game hasn't saved the elevator state yet. So it's still at the bottom, even though he's at the top. And next, coming to another spooky part, but not as scary now that he's taken the bonfire. These archers can be, well, obnoxious. That guy was actually really generous.
Yeah.
He just ran off of his own accord.
It's pretty much what you hope for. That way you don't have any memes or things happen like that. So you can just run himself off, make everything nice and easy. Especially for a tournament setting, you want to go as smooth as possible. All right, so Capitaine gets his move swap, makes his way to Iron Golem. Nax takes the Peach Bonfire. I guess in a tournament, yeah. I don't think anyone's skipped it. I don't think anyone's brave enough.
Oh, there's a snake man chasing him. You don't see that very often. I remember Nax getting that like a long time ago. And so you'll see that Capitaine has very low HP. This is what RTSR does. So now that he's below 20% HP, he deals a lot more damage. If you remember, Nax needed, I believe it's 4 running attacks to stagger Iron Golem the first time. He just does it in 1.5. So it's pretty good.
Yep. Yeah, the whole thing, you're trying to do 400 damage below the knee of Iron Golem. That'll cause him to stagger, and then another 200 will knock him off. Much faster than trying to take down his HP, because he is pretty tanky.
Yeah, you attack his weak point for massive damage.
Mm-hmm. Alright, so Nax makes his way over to ONS. Usually,
actually, I had someone bring this up. They didn't know what ONS was. They thought it was an acronym. It's Ornstein and Smo. It's not O, letter N, S.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
ONS. It's a guy. He's a nice guy. Okay. Oh, wow. Wow. Okay, Nax gets the god fight, Ornstein, for this route. So, by not using RTSR, Nax has to do an extra running attack to Ornstein, and in the opening that can make it really awkward because you saw Smo was right on top of him after that second attack. Well, he lucked out and got Smo to just kind of back off. He's like, yo, I'll let you do your thing.
Yeah, even though he's not below 20% HP, which means he can probably tank a hit, so you'd think you would make fights more consistent, but because you have slower fights, you have to get more opening. It can actually be less consistent.
It's more chance for RNG to screw you over the longer the fights go. Alright, so Capitaine now doing his Raptor run.
Nax is doing Dragon Tooth +5, same as Capitaine, but Nax is going to be doing a glitch that Capitaine is not doing, called ESM, which will explain when he's doing it.
So Cap got it where he didn't knock the Pain and Guardian off. They can do a little vacuum stab. It is probably one of the most aggravating things in the game, where you are several feet, meters, whatever you want to say, away, and they just kind of suck you back in.
Yeah, NPCs in this game that can backstab you don't follow the same rules as the players. They don't need to be like in an idle animation. They're just like, they can be in the middle of a roll, you can be in the middle of a roll, and they'll still just hit you with their backstab. And I guess we can explain quantity storage. Nax has already finished it, so we didn't.
We kind of missed our
chance.
Yeah, missed our chance, but there'll be another chance as well. But if you saw Nax right there, he did a little parry into and he tried to use a homeward bone. Goes to talk to Andre. He keeps on moving. Once he gets over to the pikes, he actually buys 999 pikes, which he got that number from the wooden arrows that he bought that we also missed. But so by doing that, that's going to end up cramming Nax, where now there is a weight limit. It is huge, but by getting 999 pikes, you actually get to that limit. So he won't actually be able to pick up any items. So let's say if he gets a gargoyle weapon here, it's just going to just drop like a normal weapon. And he's trying to ladder swap right now. Gets the second one. Nice.
Yeah, so previously you saw Nax move swap with a jump. You can do it off of pretty much any animation. And ladders have, like, well, just barely long enough to do a move swap off of it. It's pretty precise.
you didn't get any guard weapons, so you didn't get to see the trolley pickup animation. It's always fun. Alright, so yeah. Dragon Tooth, pretty strong for early game bosses.
And that's not even with the RTSR that
That's not even
Capitane has.
its final form. Exactly.
It's unupgraded without RTSR, so it's only gonna go up from here.
Alright, so...
it's pretty hard to tell who's ahead because they're doing different orders.
Yeah, probably...
Well, actually, well, yeah, Nex doesn't have RTSR.
After DLC will give us a really good indication.
Yeah, after Gwyn's dead, you know, we'll be able to tell really easily who's ahead.
I think, yeah, whoever finishes Gwyn first is probably going to have a real big advantage over the other. Okay, so Capitaine is doing RTSR. Gets a slower opening. Really slow opening.
Still not the worst opening. Oh.
Didn't get the double, and poor Snow's on there. Okay. Oop. Oh,
okay, he got pretty lucky there with Smo doing a backstep.
God gamer right there. I would have choked that.
Yeah, that fight can quickly devolve into a bit of a mess.
Yeah. Okay, so Smo likes he likes the shovel, by the way. Loves it. Okay, so both guys got past everyone else on their
first try.
It's great.
I guess that's why they're in the quarterfinals, semifinals, whatever this is.
The good portion of the tournament and, you know, leaderboards and stuff, yeah.
Yeah.
So with this carefully aimed shot, just so Capitaine will make Guinevere disappear. What accuracy. Wow.
Incredible.
Yep. Okay, so next does the Blighttown drop. This drop, pretty spooky looking. Actually can be kind of difficult whenever you're first learning to run, but it's all positioning and running.
And a little bit of timing too.
A little bit of timing too, yeah.
So Nax is going to be taking a little bit of a detour before he goes to his next boss. He wants to pick up an upgrade material for his weapon. So we just rest at that bonfire because, I mean, it's just a little bit faster than running to this chest and then running back. You can just open the chest and then bone back. I don't.
Yes, sir.
I imagine it's faster RTA-wise because you have to climb up like a ladder.
Probably. Yeah, probably. Because, I mean, the load screens are typically about, like, 7 to 8 seconds. So, yeah, it should be. Yeah, I don't know. So now Capitaine's also going to be going down to Blighttown and do the exact same thing.
What a copycat. I actually haven't seen this pathing through the swamp that Nax is doing.
Is that Oh, he just... Oh, well, he doesn't have RTSR. Well, I was about to say, he doesn't even have RTSR. He's not doing it. And then I'm like, oh. Ha. Okay. So Quelaag can be... Quelaag can have some questionable things that happen.
Even the greatest of runners can die to Quelaag.
Yeah. It's probably Capitaine's favorite boss. Actually, he's done pretty well at it recently, but...
Yeah, just his lifetime record over Quelaag is just incredible.
Okay, so he chooses...
This is the worst attack that Quelaag can do.
Yep. So some of those attacks, they can be really weird, and she can kind of push you into lava and like just stagger you with jumps and things. It's pretty simple with this weapon, but yeah, if she does something where she like jumps and then lands on you, I think even Nax's health, he might survive, but Capitaine, who will be setting up RTSR, definitely will not.
Which will make the fight a lot faster.
Yes,
but it could mean that
three running attacks. And Capitaine not doing the boulder setup, shaking my head. 100% consistent setup every time. God, why did I even do that? That was terrible. That was terrible, man. You shouldn't have done.
I won't draw attention to it. Don't worry.
Yeah, it's alright. So now Nax is gonna be going to the Demon Ruins.
He's gonna be taking this bonfire because he's gonna want to warp back here.
Putting the did he put the Quelaag Soul in there? I didn't see him put it in there. I assume he did though.
He's gonna put the Quelaag Soul in the bottomless box.
Oh, do they not? I thought they did. I thought they duped it twice. Okay, maybe that's just Draker route.
Okay.
Anyways, puts the bottoms and the dragon scale in the bottomless box. Goes to place the Lord Vessel, and then he's going to be using Frump to do quantity storage. Why don't you take this one, buddy? I think we kind of...
We sort of tried to cover it. Quantity storage is a relatively-ish new glitch. Basically, you store a number or a quantity. So you need to have 999, or I guess any number that you want. So you have 999 arrows in this case, because it's a cheap and easy way to get 999 or something. And you open the menu, you go to drop 999, and that stores that quantity. And then you use you use an item, open your menu, and then you have to keep moving so that the menu doesn't open. And then you need to open like a vendor menu. And after you stop moving, the menu from the item you used will pop up. And then you have like 2 menus overlapping each other, and that allows you to use that quantity that you stored earlier, which in this case was 999, and you use that stored quantity to sell or buy a lot of items.
And as you see here, Nax has about 10 million souls or so. I didn't see the exact number. It's kind of fuzzy. He's got about 7 million right now.
Well, it's 999 times 10,000, so it's
it's
basically
a lot.
10 million souls.
Yeah. So that gave him, and since he did the quantity storage dragon skills, so he's got 99 of those. He's able to get a really early Dragon Tooth +5, which does a lot of damage.
I guess one thing I didn't say is you can sell 999 of things, which gives you 999 times the souls. If you sell an item that you have, like if you sell 999 dragon scales, for example, and you only have one, it will underflow something, yes, and you'll have the max amount, which in this case is 99.
And both of them get the optimal bowing out quantity storage dupe. I guess you call it the dupe. I don't know.
Oh, don't give me more things to explain the quantity storage. It's so much.
I know, there's a lot to take in there. That's why I like having other people explain it, not myself. Okay, Nax gets easy to cycle. Ceaseless. No death warp. I mean, you're gonna lose the souls anyways.
Everyone always says that Beta Chaos is the worst boss. I think it's Ceaseless.
Ceaseless is fun. Yeah.
No. Someone posted the typo clip.
So Capitaine, I don't know. Someone posted in Discord, I think it was yesterday, a really swag setup for Ceaseless to get RTSR in one cycle. I don't know if he's gonna do it. It'd be kind of risky because if you don't do it correctly, you're dead. But let's see. Oh, and Nax is doing Fire Sage elevator skip. So yeah, every time you quit out in this game, you back up a little bit, and the elevator is actually considered. Is it Quelaag's domain?
No, it's considered Demon Ruins.
Demon Ruins? Okay, yeah, you're in Quelaag's domain, and then it's in Demon Ruins. So it loads. It takes it loads a little bit later, right? So by doing that and you quitting out, you're able to fall back just a little bit, and then after about 3 or so quit outs, you can do a drop attack onto Fire Sage. Also, his AI is broken, so he just stands there and.
Yeah, the AI for bosses only starts when it's triggered at the fog gate or near the fog gate in some cases.
Also, I saw Capitaine had RTSR. I guess he did the setup. I I take it that he did.
I was too
looking at
captivated
Nax.
with your excellent fire stage elevator clip explanation.
Oh, thanks. Yeah, I'm great at all these things. I'll be here all day.
And oh yeah, right. He still doesn't have RTSR. Never mind. I don't know what I'm talking about. You can use the lava as an RTSR setup if you just roll through it the correct amount of times.
Yeah. Capitaine doing his fire stage elevator clip. Should be one more to be able to get him through. Yep. And it does a, what was that, a 720 onto fire stage. Very la-di-da. Oh man, I am impressed.
La-di-da. And from killing Centipede, you get a ring which lets you walk through lava, which means you get to spend the next area walking through lava that looks like the sun. A lot of fun.
Yeah, so, well, I would say we'll look over to the right screen, but it's not about, it's about to be just as bad here in a minute. So, I believe Capitaine will choose to do RTSR onto Centipede. We'll see. It does make the fight, I think, one attack quicker with this weapon. Let's see.
I would imagine he is, otherwise he probably wouldn't have taken that first hit.
Yeah,
oh,
well,
he took
unless
one...
he does a chip.
Oh,
okay.
no. Maybe not
There
good race
is-
threats.
Yeah, there is a small backup where you can run into the lava and take one little tick of damage, but yeah.
It's very
Little
easy
risky.
to take two, because you
Yeah.
have to run through the lava and then turn around before it hits you again and like roll. Yeah, I wouldn't do it. Especially because it doesn't make that much of a difference. 'Cause
Yeah,
you're
yeah,
so
like I
good
said,
without
it saves you one running attack. Okay, so Capitaine's blinding us. Let's go ahead and look over at Nax, who's going to be making his way over to Beta Chaos.
Yes, excellent timing on that. Finish
Yeah.
one lava area, just look at the other runner.
Yeah, very nice. Very nice. See, they're looking out for us. And, oh, Nax getting caught by the invisible root. Well, I guess not invisible roots, but just terrible. I don't know.
Yeah,
There's a
I
wall
call
there.
that one the root of all evil.
Yeah.
Does not get caught by the Chaos Fire Witch, whose name I don't remember. Probably something starting with Q, but
yeah,
just leave it
we'll
up
ask
to your
Lottie on that, and we'll get an explanation. I hope. Okay, so Nax is going to be setting up what we call Toki bombs because it was founded by a guy named Toki. Anyways, he's going to come up here to a certain spot. He's going to back. Well, I guess not everyone backstep. I think most people backstep. Pop a green blossom, backstep, aim just so, and throw two well-placed bombs, and gets a little meme slide there. But two well-placed bombs, and then he'll make his way to the core of Beta Chaos. Quick and easy, saves probably about a minute and a half, something like that. Saves a lot of time.
And it saves even more time if you were to die by not doing it, because it was pretty rough.
Yeah, I know my first few playthroughs, I'm sure a lot of people, yeah, that run back over and over again because you keep on dying, especially like trying to run up the middle. Awful. I didn't realize I could just wait for the little swipe attack. Instead, I was just like, oh, I can beat it out, and I get pushed off every time. Okay, now Capitaine will be doing his Toki bombs as Nax makes his way to Stray Demon.
Nice little move swap on the elevator while it's going up. That roll over that little cliff there can actually be a little bit scary.
Oh, yeah. So a lot of times to actually clear it easier, you want to roll earlier than you think you should for like every roll. Because it will actually kind of launch you a little bit further. If you go right to the edge and then roll, a lot of times you'll just kind of clip the edge and then slip and fall down. And if you don't quit out in time, then you're down at the bottom, have to warp back, do it all over. No fun, no fun.
But Nax, being an experienced runner,
What
knows exactly
a
what he's
gamer.
doing.
What a gamer. What a gamer.
he certainly is a gamer.
Mm-hmm.
So you just have to like wait in that corner for these hollows to just get a little bit out of the way.
And
this is actually one of the worst fights to not have RTSR for. Like even worse than ONS.
Stray has a lot of health, and this is a Dragon Tooth +5, and it's still gonna take several hits to. I think this is about the same amount of hits as like RTSR Male Draker.
I mean, at least several.
At least several. More. Yeah, it might be more than several hits. But he lands all several hits, and he'll make his way over to Spooky Knight, who has a chance of dropping a really, really bad sword, a bully sword.
I think it's pretty good, actually. Remember when you used that sword for... There was like a route to use it for any %? That was good.
Oh, yeah, back in the Fire Stage skip days. Yeah, it was a way to do Fire Stage skip easier because you had 17 bits. So you could take 1 extra tick of lava damage. It was a peach route. I think there are only like 2 people I've ever seen really run it. Like
it was pretty hipster. Yeah.
Yeah, it was a hipster route, definitely. So Nax makes his way over to Gwendolyn. A little bit of RNG in this fight, just a tad bit.
Yeah, so Gwendolyn has 3 whole attacks, and you cannot punish 2 of them. So you basically just have to wait behind these pillars until he does the 3rd attack. So you want to get relatively close. Okay, this is the attack you can punish. He's probably too far to actually hit him.
Yeah, he's gonna wait right here, about 2 pillars away, and then hope for another arrow attack soon. Of course, not getting it. But there he gets it right there.
That was not too bad.
Yeah, not bad.
And RTSR is the red tear stone ring. It is a ring that gives you a massive boost to your damage below 20% HP. Capitaine doing a plunge attack on a cliff. Well, we just call them plunges. And basically, you plunge a cliff, and your weapon connects with the cliff, and for some reason that allows you to roll mid-air, which means you can iframe the falling damage. And it basically allows you to take lethal drops without dying, which is good.
Nice work, my young apprentice. All right. So Nax, heading over to Painted World, and Capitaine is going to be spawning Crystal Golem. Basically, Capitaine is setting up for DLC later. So you have to kill the Hydra, and you have to kill this Crystal Golem to free Dusk.
Who does not appear until after you quit out.
Yeah. And then that'll enable a golem in Duke's Archives, which you'll see later, to drop a broken pendant, which will allow you access to DLC, because, you know, that would be really easy to find just on your own.
Yeah, the reason Nax is doing Stray Demon and this area way earlier is because he's going to be using a glitch coming up, which will essentially give him RTSR without needing to go pick it up. So he, of course, wants to do that as early as physically possible.
And Capitaine messing with Consistent Knight. She's very consistent, always gives you the right amount of damage.
Nax beating up some poor innocent birds. What would Siegewell say?
Probably burbs. Probably just that. Okay, and so Nax picks up his red soap sign. So you might be thinking, what the heck? Why did he pick up that? Is he doing some PvP? No, my friend. He's actually going to be using that to flex on the haters. That is going to give him red Tearstone ring because they actually share the same ID. And so whenever he does his ESM, he's actually going to turn that into red Tearstone ring.
Yeah, we'll explain it a little bit better when he actually does it. But basically, as Zaz said, the RTSR and the red soapstone have the same ID, and so you equip the soapstone in your ring slot, and the game doesn't check, oh, this isn't actually a ring, it just uses the ID, and it's like, all right, you have RTSR now.
From self-coding. If you just say that, like, it's kind of a universe. Makes sense now.
Why does he hurry to
And you saw Nax, he locked on to Priscilla.
Oh,
wow.
is that
Okay.
I don't know.
Did not. Just fine. No
I'm
worries.
not sure if he thought that would miss.
But whenever you lock onto Priscilla, as long as she doesn't get out of kind of like your peripheral view, like basically spawn behind you, your camera will lock on, or it'll follow the lock on, and you will know where she spawns at, so you can just run at her. Hopefully
And,
not get hit.
Yeah, another thing he used to accomplish the same is he threw a throwing knife to trigger the fight, and she goes invisible, but the throwing knife doesn't, so you can just look for the floating throwing knife.
Oh yeah, that's right, he did throw a throwing knife. Sorry, it was a little dot on here. It's hard. So Nax now making his way over. Oh, he's doing... Okay, so you saw what he did just there. All those little sweet little combination. Well, that is ESM, better known as flexing. Why don't you explain flexing, my good man?
Well, we sort of did. It's
Okay.
something that can only happen when your inventory is at its max weight, which we kind of mentioned like long ago when you bought 1,000,000 pikes. And so I'm not actually terribly sure how it works. So you, yeah, you do an animation, and then while you're in that animation, you, I don't know, you equip the, something happens. It's magic. Let's just end the
Let's just say
discussion there.
magic. Yeah. Magic.
That's what the M stands for. Equip slot magic.
Here, you know what? If you go to speedsouls.com, your #1 resource for Dark Souls speedrun technology, there will be a page for all of these fancy little glitches or tricks. There
Or
you
magic.
go, right there. I'll just post it in chat. I'll post it a couple times. Maybe put a space in there so it doesn't. Oh no, it said no. I can't do that. Okay. Well, just look for that link.
Yeah, as commentators, our role is to just post links in chat and go read that.
Yeah, that's the one. What we're trying to say is there. Nax, I know he said by me maxing out plunges, it kind of freaked him out to do plunges. So I apologize for Nax not doing plunges, everybody. This is my fault. Like, it literally is.
I mean, if he loses because of it, then he'll be the one who has to apologize.
Yeah.
Being Canadian, of course, he's used to it.
No. Yeah. Okay, so Nax now drops pike that is lots of pikes.
Yes.
And yeah, quick and easy work. Hydra right there. So now he can pick up items again.
Now that he has RTSR, or rather the effective RTSR, and a fully upgraded Dragon Tooth, he's pretty tough.
Oh yeah. Don't forget to get the new Speed Souls t-shirt. All right. Next, I have a little issue with move swap. This can kind of be a tricky spot to do move swap because if you go too far into the water, you get the little mid roll or fat roll. One of the rolls animation.
And it's pretty tough to, like, when you jump up the wall to do the move swap, a lot of times you'll, like, kind of ride the wall up, and your timing will be different, and you won't be able to tell. It's kind of weird.
And while we were discussing t-shirts and stuff like that, Capitain, making his way through Crystal Caves, going to fight Seath, did Duke Skip and stuff. So Duke Skip, not a glitch. It's a sequence skip. You just take advantage of the architecture and the level design. Not our fault. Not our fault. Blame Miyazaki.
Capitain taking a specific path through the clams there.
Yeah.
Because he doesn't want them to follow them in. To follow him into this
80%
room.
no clams.
I thought it was 20% no clams.
Oh. Depends
see
on
if
who
he gets
you
lucky.
ask. Yeah, depends on who you ask. So, funny thing about Seath, his hitbox is right where Capitain was aiming, or hitting, I don't know. Anyways, The Dragon Tooth is such a large weapon. Such a large weapon that you can actually go past that sweet spot and not get the full damage that you so sorely want.
It's
And
mostly
so,
the fact
yeah.
that it's combined with the running attack of the rapier,
Yeah.
where it gets extended very far out in front of you. And Nax is about to beat up an innocent little dog.
Get your Franker Wise ready. Pepe hands. So Capitaine is going to be throwing bombs at an
Innocent little butterfly.
Yeah.
They're both terrible people.
Yeah, they're both pretty rude.
I hope PETA is watching.
Okay, so that was the
innocent little dog.
Yeah, that was the innocent little dog. Now, nice little butterfly that shoots glorious light out of his horn.
Yeah, just a normal butterfly.
Yeah, typical
Ooh.
butterfly, really.
So the butterfly did that little flyover attack, and it shoots a little magic thing at you. You don't usually see that, but I've seen that twice.
According to Lore Master Mildred, if you run towards him when he does that, you can actually dodge it. I don't think I've ever successfully done it, but I'll take his word for it.
And now Nax is about to do the Seath and Duke's Archive segment that Capitaine has already finished.
And Capitaine will make his way to the DLC.
What does DLC stand for? Please enlighten us.
I believe it means downloadable content. But you know, this it kind of came with the game whenever this was released. But I guess you have to well, I assume most people downloaded it nowadays. I guess
But then couldn't you call pretty much every game downloadable content?
That's true. So yeah, really, it's not the DLC. You know, it's just some more content.
He's just doing the game.
Yeah, the extra, not even the extra side, just the stuff that was there.
So that is the crystal golem that you need to kill to access this extra area. It's pretty easy with the Dragon Tooth +5.
Nax did not even have to rely on IKEA to block the magic attack there. Just ran right past it. And Nax will be setting up his Duke skip while Capitaine will be going against Guardian. Get your Broodians ready. I guess a good opening though, right from the start. It should be quick and easy. Yep. Nice. Alright, so no Brood Guardian for Capitaine.
And Nax also getting a nice Duke skip. Oh, he tried to poke a hollow out of the way.
You almost got him. Almost got him.
So, fun fact about that hollow, he will only block you if you don't land on the railing.
Yep.
Apparently Nax doesn't know that, because he landed perfectly on the railing. So he doesn't aggro the hollow, so he can just run right past.
Just with the race environment, like the kind of nerves are there, so you just get out of the way type of thing. Maybe, I don't know. That's my excuse I'm gonna make for Nax. I'm a nice guy like that, right?
Yeah, whatever you tell yourself.
Yeah. Okay. Alright, so you saw Capitaine, he bought Hidden Body, because it makes certain parts of the game really, really nice. Mainly this upcoming part. And Nax will be going to do his Crystal Cave drop. Did he take the bonfire? I'm not sure if
he has RTSR, so he couldn't have.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, so Capitaine's skipping the bonfire.
If Capitaine messes up this next trick coming up, or the following boss, it could be devastating.
Devastating. Alright, so plunges again. This used to be a trick exclusive to only magic runners, but then all of a sudden, Stannis, Dark Souls 2 God. Oh my gosh. And he did Stannis setup. Oh, Brood is pissed. Brood is pissed. Anyways, Stannis, Dark Souls 2 God, found out that, hey, you can just backstep right there. I think it was him anyway. That's the first person I saw do. So I'm just going to give him all the credit. Anyways, so just like the normal plunge at Hydra, you can do the same thing. You bounce off the little edge there and do a well-timed roll and land safely down below. Saves about 40 seconds or so.
And this is Artorias. He's the boss.
Ooh,
You fight him.
early buff. Early buff.
Very early buff. You only got one hit in.
Captain playing it safe.
You can't actually hit him twice after a stagger,
Should be... Ooh.
but it can be risky if he does a bad attack immediately afterwards. Getting a lot of flips.
Yeah, alright. One more attack, though. Should be good. Okay, just fine. No worries at all. And, Nax getting the 20% clam.
80% clam.
Oh, I mean, I never know. I hear both. I hear... Okay. And now Nax will be making his way over to Butterfree. Then... Oh, it's just... I don't know. Why is the butterfly, like, aggroed anyways? Like, what's it trying to guard?
It's an evil butterfly.
Oh, maybe.
Which is why we're trying to kill it.
Makes sense. Okay. So Capitaine will be making his way over to the Calamite Arena. You have to aggro, what's a better one? I guess kind of get Calamite flying around in order to actually activate the fight later on.
You have to go near him so that he sees you and you kind of shout at him, hey, stupid!
Yeah.
And then you'll be able to fight him.
Get out of my canyon.
And so obviously butterfly is a butterfly, so it's flying around.
Yeah.
So rather than wait for it to land, you can just chuck a bunch of bombs at him.
You know what would be interesting to see? So there's we talk about 1% meme. There is a meme that can happen with Butterfly where Butterfly will actually, it won't be happening here, but Butterfly can actually try to land, but not on the bridge, but kind of outside, like going towards the ground, and you just kind of fly away. I haven't seen it yet, but it's pretty interesting. It's pretty interesting when it does happen. Very, very rare. And
this is one of the big reasons that Capitaine bought Hidden Body, is this area right here.
Oh man, yeah, this area just sucks without Hidden Body. Even with the amount of VIT that they have, and they're like level 100 something or 100.
That little monkey there on that bridge in particular, he'll just run straight at you. Pretty much always hit you. If you're blocking, he'll knock you back off the bridge.
Yep.
Or if you try to roll it, I mean, just because of where he is, you'll probably just roll straight off.
Yeah.
So you just cast Hidden Body and ta-da.
Wow. Amazing.
I mean, Hidden Body is magic.
That's true. Dev intended magic. So Capitaine now will not get hit by that guy. And he's going to throw a Lloyd Talisman to make the Mimic Chest a little bit easier. He won't have to do any attacks to it.
Yeah, that little chest over there has a key that you need to talk to a dude. And that dude helps you with this dragon that you called stupid earlier.
Why did he do that? Oh my gosh. Okay. Alright. Casual RTSR setup.
Too bad he has to take a fall right here, so he's going to have to heal.
Yeah. Alright, now I'll cast Hidden Body. No worries. All intended, guys. Obviously you saw him run back, so he's trying to set up that RTSR.
Nax now entering the DLC himself.
Alright. See how he does. Uh-oh. Oh! Oh! Yeah.
He missed
went
one
a
hit
little
and did
too
not
far
hit the stagger.
right. Yeah. A little too far right. So that's actually where the kind of the, I guess the length of the Dragon Tooth kind of worked against them there. Or on the running tag. It's all timing and positioning.
Definitely not optimal timing or positioning.
Yeah. He tried to do anti-brute strats and it ended up working against him on that one, unfortunately. So Capitain making his way over to Manus. He does have one hidden body, so yep, he is going to skip the bonfire.
So
Of course, he
much
doesn't
like
have to pick
earlier,
up. Yeah, he
a
doesn't
death
have to
here
pick
would
up
be
Dark
devastating.
Bead though, so that's really the only reason at least personally, that I get worried over here is Dark Bead pickup. It's spooky. And Nax going for the plunge on the way down. Nails it. Easy every time. I think the plunge saves... I want to say it was like 8 seconds or something. Someone threw out 8 seconds the other day. So I'm going to stick with that. So Capitaine's also going to be doing Manus Fog Gate skip.
Yeah, if you make this little jump over here... Ooh. Oh!
Took too much damage there off the little slope. I think he was trying not to jump on the slope because he had such little damage and didn't matter. Okay, so unfortunately for Capitaine, doesn't have fall. If he had fall control, this wastes maybe about 1.5 minutes.
There's a little shortcut here that you can either use fall control to...
and Capitaine did not grab that shortcut, so he's gonna have to run all the way back.
I mean, as I said, a death there would be devastating. And he's pretty devastated, I'm sure.
Yep. Nax not getting the... 1 second. That's kind of odd. I thought that would have been a one-shot. Anyways, second go-around, just fine for Nax. So he's going to be making his way to Artie. I guess it remains to be seen if he decides to skip the bonfire. I don't know. With that Guardian death, he might feel like he's a little behind. So he might choose to skip it. And he does.
Yep, he really wants that biscuit, and he's willing to risk it.
Of course, with the DT plus 5, as long as Artie's not buffing, it's 2 running attacks, so it's not as risky as some other routes. But there's always a risk involved because, yeah, Miyazaki memes. And Captain getting the elevator this time. Okay.
I mean, he could have just taken the bonfire at Manus. Okay, so he cast Hidden Body before he got to this this bridge area. This bridge area is pretty notorious for being spooky. Yeah, so he really wants Hidden Body, but
yeah, you want Hidden Body for this area. Like I said, even though Capitaine has I think it's like 24 or 26 bit, just about one or two. He won't get one shot because of how many levels he has. But it will be a 2-shot. And it doesn't take long for that to happen. They usually will cast Dark Bead or little missile magic real quick. So Nax doing the superior Stannis setup. Just did a practice one there. And now comes the real deal. And nails it.
But he will still have to nail this fight.
That is true. That is true.
And the reason you saw Capitaine quit out before he cast that Hidden Body is his old one was still active, and if he had just decided to run across the bridge, it would have ran out probably in the middle of the bridge, and that would have been really spooky. So he decided to quit out, which cancels the effect, and just recast it. And this time he did take the bonfire before Manus.
Ooh, I think he's... Did he dink off the wall? I couldn't tell.
Nax, do you mean?
Yeah.
I don't believe so. I didn't hear it.
He's going for the finish. Yep. Okay. Easy every time. No problems there for Nax. So the bonfire skip pays off, and I don't know, with the bonfire skipping the bonfire and also the RTSRs, that's probably about 15 to 20 seconds he just made up from doing that. Of course, Capitaine did the same thing. So. And Capitaine gets his Manus Fog Gate skip this time, so in the boss arena now.
Yeah, doing that basically just saves you from running around a little bit, entering the Fog Gate.
Yeah, I forget the actual time save for it, but I know it is a time save. Yeah. So basically, what you're trying to avoid on this fight is a really long melee attack, dying, and this attack right here.
Not that you can really do too much to avoid it. If he does it, then well, he does it, you waste a little bit of time.
I think Capitaine kind of thought about going for the double KO on that second Darkstorm, or Dark Rain attack.
It definitely
But
looked like he was considering it.
yeah, I think he decided against it just second attack off because he's a little far away.
I was almost a little bit worried that when he started to move forward and then backed away, I'm like, I hope he doesn't get hit by this after deciding not to go for it.
Yeah, that is the thing too. Little indecisiveness getting you. Okay, so Nax triggers Calamite, and he'll make his way over to Hellbridge area. Capitaine now, with that crest key that you saw him pick up from the Mimic just a few minutes ago, we'll now go talk to our boy
Vincent Van Gogh.
Goff.
Actually, it might have been a little bit more than a few seconds ago because of that that death to the Manus Foggate skip.
Well, that's what I said, minutes.
Maybe you've already forgotten.
I said minutes, though. Oh, man.
I mean, I guess, you know, any amount of minutes could be said that way, so sure, I'll give it to you.
I don't want to say anything, because I want to see. If it doesn't happen, I'll say something. I don't want to... Yeah. But Capitaine making his way over to Calamite now. Calamite...
Yes. Now that he's talked to that NPC, he can fight this boss finally.
Mm-hmm.
In Fairground.
Fairground. Mono E Drago. Made sense in my head. And I hear my dog getting upset about something. Okay, so...
It's probably the other dogs on screen on Capitaine's side.
So Nax did not get the from downtown sorcery that can happen. That is one of the... I don't know. I guess the sorcerers can get just in the right angle where they can shoot you from way long away. And if you aren't quite listening, or even if you are not looking at it...
Yeah, as you roll over that little gap, they can like just shoot you from down below.
Okay, so Capitaine whiffing one attack on Calamite. This with a DT plus 5, as you'll see right here. Well, he's flying up, but
he's not getting the best
quick
attacks.
Yeah,
but yes, not as big a difference with a really powerful weapon.
It's 3 running attacks. Should be the end right here. Yes. Okay, so really quick with the Dragon Tooth plus 5 and RTSR.
If you get the best opening, you can actually just straight up kill him outright, just off the opening.
And did Nax take the bonfire? I missed that. I was watching the Calamite fight.
I was also watching. I was just so captivated.
No, he did not take the bonfire because he has no hidden bodies left. So Nax taking the bonfire as well.
Good observation. Hopefully he does not.
I don't think he got move swap. It's too dark. I can't really tell. No, he definitely did not. Okay. Let's set up move swap on this fancy wall right here. Choosing not to do the Manus Foggate skip.
And now that Capitaine has finished the DLC and most of the hard stuff, he's just gonna go and beat up some like low-level bosses because he's a bully.
Clean up duty. Ooh, Nax getting the animation cancel. So the Dragon Tooth does so much poise damage that actually if you hit... Oh, that was... Well, I guess it's not terribly early. Okay. I thought that was early magic. So if you hit Manus's hand, like on the end of the hand...
Captain in a bit of trouble. Now he's fine.
Oh. Okay. But it could actually knock Manus out of that attack, and then he can immediately follow up with another, which if you're an RTSR could mean certain death, but luckily
it could be certain death. Like 50% of the time it's you die every time.
Yeah. 50% of the time, dead every time. So Nax making his way to Goo, whatever his name is. And
I like you.
Is going to Gapey Dragon. Also, I guess one thing, little small thing to note. You see the runners, both the runners, they were running away from Go whenever they're finishing up like the cinematic there where he's going to shoot down Calamy. If you get far enough away, it will save you like some lines of dialogue, which means you'll be able to warp out a little bit faster and save you a couple seconds.
Ha ha. A truer shot was never shot, something like that. Anyway, Capitaine entering the boss fight. He gets the good attack. If you get this attack, the fight's pretty much over. Just because you have so much damage that, like, he doesn't get time to do anything else.
Nope. Gets bullied. Extra bullied. Still gets a warp parrot. Yeah, so that was that. Oh, well, we won't be able to hear it, but I'm sure if Valley Baba were here, he would make some noise right there.
He sure would.
Mm-hmm. But unfortunately, he's not here, so nothing we can do. Nothing we can do, unfortunately.
All we can do is appreciate that he did go for it.
Yep, yep.
And now, Nax entering the Calamy boss fight. Sure to be exciting.
Okay, well, no, let's say.
That attack can be really scary. It's got a pretty big hitbox.
It can kind of be weird on angles. This should be the end of the fight right here.
If you get that as an opening, the fight will basically just be over.
Yep. Okay, it's a pretty quick fight. I'd say I actually think it was a little bit faster than Capitaine's, but Capitaine's still a good bit ahead. 2 bosses ahead right now.
You could be right. And Capitaine, just because he has so much health compared to when Nax did this area, he just runs straight through these hollows.
Mm-hmm. And he's also going to have RTSR, so Stray Demon's going to go a lot quicker.
Yeah, RTSR plus... No, Nax was upgraded, but RTSR makes a big difference in case you can't tell.
Yeah, so 3 running attacks, and Stray is no mas. A little Spanish for you.
No, yeah, I caught that.
Ah.
You think Stray Demon is Spanish?
He might be. There's a little ole. That's what he does with his little forward blast. Oh, and Capitaine getting the Bully Knight sword. Rough.
I think of it more of as a blessing.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we'll see what he does with it.
So both runners getting the lower Berg skip. That can be a tricky skip. They make it both look effortless, but if you miss that skip, it wastes probably about 20 seconds or so. Oh, and he gets the meme capper. Where he just chills out. Okay, this could be a little awkward now. Yeah, he decides to quit out.
I'm fairly sure that if you miss the lower undead Berg skip, that little jump that Nax just did, you're twice as likely to miss it again. And then if you miss it again, you're twice as likely to miss it again. And eventually you just have like a 1% success rate.
Yeah, 1% memes. Yeah, all over the place. I think Nax actually might have RTSR for straight. I'm not sure how much damage he's going to take off this fall.
If he decides to go for it, he definitely could go for it, but he decides not to.
Capitaine choosing not to quit out on here. A lot of people, especially because we use in-game time, quit out on that lever. Save you the animation of the lever, and it'll also de-aggro those hollows so they won't block you. So Capitaine's also going for the plunge.
Skeletons, not hollows.
Oh, okay. I didn't see him bounce for a second.
They could be hollowed skeletons.
Oh, did I say hollows?
Sure.
My bad. Sorry. I do apologize.
I mean, they might have been hollows before they.
They were probably hollows at one point.
Yeah.
But they lost their skin. It's unfortunate, really. Terrible accident.
What? So people who don't have skin aren't people?
No, they're people. It's just they don't have skin now.
Okay. Capitaine killing Pinwheel.
That was Pinwheel. Yeah.
Exciting boss.
Yeah. Very tricky. Nax nailing the Gaping Dragon fight. Did not go for RTSR setup. Yes,
Nax has killed Priscilla and Gwendolyn, whereas Capitaine has not. But
Let's
Capitain
see.
will be able to kill them a lot faster than what Nax did. Because he did them so early.
And Capitain doing this
Ooh.
superior Japanese runner pathing. Wow.
And then ruining it by not going for the Fog Gate skip, which you may have seen from Catalyst.
Yeah, works every time. Yeah.
Every time, yeah.
Every single time. Almost impossible to fail. Almost. Okay. So, I don't know if Nax... I know he said he was going to cast Hidden Body regardless. I don't know if he's going to do the plunge here or not. I hope. Get your beg wands ready. Also choosing not to quit out. Oh, he put it on the first slot. Let's see. My boy, will you do it?
Yeah, actually, no one's gotten trolled yet by not quitting out.
I think he might.
Oh my, I think he's gonna do it.
He's gonna do it. The madman nails it.
Incredible.
Nice. Very good. So both runners doing the insane Catacombs plunge. 180 IQ
insane.
trick right there. Wait, was Capitain going for... Okay. I didn't know if he was going for an RTSR setup or not.
I think he's just trying to be optimal by healing while Nito is running towards him.
Casually just taking a few hits from the Skelly boys.
This is basically the one reason you pick up the stone armor.
Yeah, so the stone armor, I mean, you're already level 200, and then with stone armor, you just, like, I see that you're hitting me. I don't really feel it, but, you know, that's cool and all. I appreciate that.
Yeah, with the little skeletons in this boss, if you don't have, like, any armor that has poise on it, they'll just keep interrupting your attacks, and it kind of sucks. It doesn't matter what level you are if you can't get a hit off.
Oh, and Nax also, dude, Supreme Pathing. And also does not do foggies.
They have been doing their homework.
Wow. So Capitain's going to be making his way down to
Downtown.
4 Kings. They might be down.
Walking pretty fast.
Yeah. Yeah, I forget how the rest goes. But yeah, you get the idea.
And he's got a homeward bone.
Nax lands on the slope. Fortunately, that sword roll is going to cost him insane amounts of time right there.
And unfortunately, he pushed a bone off the edge with that roll.
Ooh, yeah.
That poor skeleton. It's not going to rest in peace.
Yeah, Lord Rem Policer on his tail now. So Capitain's going to try for the Ivan seal skip. Or never mind, he's not going to do that. Oh. Don't listen to anything I say.
I feel like that strat died like a long time ago, and then it's now just starting to come back. I haven't seen people do it in a very long time.
Yeah, it's... Yeah.
Oh, I'm not sure. Did he get it? It's a little bit hard to tell for us. Okay, he did in fact get it. Okay. So how slopes work in this game is... Well, basically they act as a regular ground. So if you slide down the slope, you don't take fall damage until you reach the end. So you fall down the slope, and then you can quit out before you the fall damage gets applied, but after you reach the bottom. So basically, you do that, you quit out, and you're down below the water.
Yeah, out of bounds. And he's gonna drop the Bully Knight sword. Wouldn't you know it that by dropping that sword, just that spot where you go out of bounds to go into the fight happens to be where the second king will spawn.
Incredible.
So, Nax tanked his way through Nito fight. Well done, Nax.
Now he just gets to kind of hang out until the second king spawns. His damage is so high that he can just kind of kill the king long before the second one spawns, and yeah, he just he's looking pretty good.
Okay, and even though the fight is 4 kings, if you have the damage to do it, you can He did much less. 2 kings. Actually, I guess 1 king is most optimal, but 2 king is pretty standard. 3 will waste you about 45 seconds, something like that. And
Around there, yeah.
4 kings is you just
You're
bury
doing
your
something
head.
wrong.
Yeah, you just bury your head in your hands at that point.
Mm-hmm. Well, 1 king is possible. It's not really like.
Next, no, he didn't get it on
He
that
messed
one.
it up. He went too far.
Yeah, he
So
started his attack too far.
He was off of the slope, so it's not gonna work. Yeah, well, 1 king is possible. It's not really like feasible for most routes.
There's
You'd have to go out of your
1
way
or
to
2
get.
routes that could do it. Yeah.
Yeah, you'd have to go really far out of your way.
And you saw Capitaine equip the Dust Crown Ring, so you can get RTSR Gwendolyn here. Oh, yeah, I forgot that Capitaine does this later, so this actually might be closer than we think. Like I said, whoever finishes Gwen first, I'm gonna put my money on them to.
They're
be
probably
the winner.
ahead, yeah.
Yeah, they'll probably be the one that's gonna end up winning in the end. Whoever finishes Gwen first. Nax ran Fleet Row. Alright, no big deal.
Oh, he does not get the follow-up. If the kings do not do the follow-up, then it's not safe to punish it.
Yeah.
You'll probably just take a hit.
Ooh, it won't
won
really
it
matter
back.
with this weapon, but I think he's gonna have an extra attack on the next king, though.
Which is more than possible, but if he makes that mistake again, he'll probably get 3 kings, and there goes that 40 to 45 seconds.
Yeah, has there ever been a 3 kings on this route? I don't know. It's really hard to do.
I'm sure somebody has done it
Oh, shoot.
somewhere.
Oh no, what have we done? Nah, yeah, not today, buddy bucko. Alright. And so Capitaine has been
one-shotting Gwendolyn.
Has been studying his RNG. Wait, was that the last one? Oh,
I think you might be right.
Oh, heck indeed.
But you don't want to count your Lord Souls before they hatch. You could still die to Gwen.
Yeah,
It's happened to people in this race.
it has.
In this tournament, rather.
So everyone get your Franker Z's ready. For Nax, give him your energy right now.
Or don't, depending on who you like better.
Yeah. I mean, you don't have to, and we're not gonna put a gun to you or nothing like that. We're nice guys.
It's not like
Nice
we have like a
guys.
North American bias or anything.
Yeah.
So, we have jinxed it a little bit.
Oh,
Nax
no.
did
What
not
have I
get
done?
the RTSR setup.
What have I
think
done?
he should just stop trying to get it. He missed it again. Okay.
Yeah. He's foregoing it. Okay, good deal.
So now he's just going
Oh,
to.
yeah. All right.
Okay.
All right.
So
yeah.
with RTSR, you can kill Gwen in 2 parries. I assume he would go for the parry. He hasn't. He is still move swapped, but I don't know.
I think because he doesn't have RTSR, he's just gonna go for move swap. Because if you don't do 2 parries, it's actually faster to do move swap than to do 3 parries.
Yeah, but normally I see people have their shield out. And they're
I
not
think
move
because
swapped.
most people are more comfortable with the parry. Parry is a lot more straightforward. Because Gwen, even though you can stagger lock him in a move swap, there is a small chance that he can just jump away. And
I wouldn't call it that small.
Okay, not small, but whenever he jumps away, just chaos ensues, and you start panicking. Everyone else starts panicking. Babies crying, dogs barking, everything. It's awful. And then sometimes you're still okay if he does that, and then other times you're not. Let's see what happens. Yeah, he's choosing.
He's just trying to make it more exciting.
Yep.
Okay, so that's
gets the
first
opening
attack.
roll attack. He does have
helps.
Green Blossom. Ooh, okay,
Getting
that's
that
what we
roll
talked
attack
about.
makes it a lot more consistent.
Yeah, so you'll be staggering on the first hit, and GG to NaxHPL.
What an upset, everybody! That is
upset,
seed number 8 defeating number 1.
Yeah, number 8 seed beating number 1 seed. I know he's got to feel ecstatic because he thought he had no chance in this. Great time too, 119.
Sub 80 RTA.
With an official SRL time of 119.24. GG Nax.
Do you think that Capitaine no longer
Was-
has the title of Supreme Leader?
Capitaine got exposed here. Capital E, capital X, posed. Right there. This is actually a really good run by Nax. Really good.
Indeed, it is. I believe that's even better than his previous run in this tournament.
Think
Let me
so.
take a
That's
look at
probably
his
gonna
history real
be.
quick. So he had in his first round, he had a 125. That's not so great. Then he went down to a 120.34, and now he's at a 119.22. So
Wow.
definitely on an upwards
Yeah.
trend,
Great
or
job.
downwards
Yeah,
trend, I guess. His
uh,
time is going down.
he's getting faster.
Soon he will be unstoppable.
Yeah.
Who will take him down? It will have to be Sastatin, who he will move on to face in the next round.
Okay, yeah, that's what I was just about to go look up, and then my thing doesn't load. So yeah, it's Sastatin. All right. So Capitaine now making his way over to win. Very close race. This is going to be about 2 minutes apart. A little more than 2. Let's say 2.5, 3 minutes apart. Very close race. Very enjoyable to watch.
Indeed. So Capitaine's PB is in game time 109.02, and NaxHPL is 113.36.
That's... Okay, so now Capitaine making his way to win. He'll be doing parry strats, so 2 quick and easy parries.
This is what Nax was trying to do.
Oh, and he's got, I forgot, he's doing one-handed attack, so it's instant punish.
You are so swole that you can just hit him one-handed.
The whack. That's the sound right there. And GG to Capitaine.
Just barely sub 122.
Finishing with in second place with a time of 122 even. SRL.
Okay, let's see if we can bring these guys in
Yeah, GG to
for
both
a
runners.
post-match interview. I would love to hear what they both think of this result.
We'll just
Waiting to
patiently
hear
wait.
back from them.
Yeah.
Capitaine, very happy about his performance. Disappointed that he lost, but all the more optimistic.
Yeah, it was. I mean, it was a good run by both the guys. Very good. Definitely top times for these tournaments. Oh,
Hello there, Nax.
I'm
Mr.
shaking
Nax.
so much. Oh my god.
yeah. I especially what was going through first. I want to know what was going on. You hadn't seen Capitaine done yet. You're at the Black Knight. He's not giving you attack.
No, I was
What was-
expecting it any second.
Oh, okay.
Any second, I was expecting it.
That was a very good run. I think you had one little slip up. I can't remember where.
Guardian.
Guardian.
Yes,
That
you
was
did
it.
Guardian.
Missed half of my running attack. And
Yeah. That was about it. And hello, Capitaine.
Hi.
GG to you, sir.
Thank you. I
So what
I
you-
do not have a brain.
I see. That's very unfortunate.
Yeah,
You did pretty
okay.
well for someone who doesn't have a brain, to be
Yeah,
honest.
I would say so.
What time did you get, Nax?
Oh, in game time?
Yeah.
Well, it's gonna be a
I don't
little
know. I honestly
inflated
just started
now.
watching the cutscene.
Yeah,
Oh.
because of the cutscene.
116, 17. So it was like 115.
It's a pretty good cutscene.
Yeah, great
Did you-
cutscene.
Did you die anywhere?
Just Guardian.
Yeah, Guardian ended up killing him on the.
God damn it.
So
Did you die?
was your
anywhere?
only one? It was the Manus Fogate skip. Was that the only one?
No, I died to Hollow Room as well, but
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yes.
Hollow Room. Okay.
I
Yeah, I forgot about that one.
I jumped for because I remember I think it was like Kamul that died to the Fogate skip, so in a previous race. So when I jumped, I was like super carefully looking at where I was jumping, and I completely forgot to ring swap during the jump, and I just died.
That's what I thought, because I was like, okay, your health looked a little low, and it looked like you were aiming not so much for the slope, but more for like the flat ground. And then you died, and I was like, okay, all right. I didn't quite understand it.
Yeah, I was supposed to ring swap and survive, like I did the second time, and of
Yeah.
course I didn't skip the Manus bonfire because Manus is free.
Yeah, of course. No one ever
Yeah,
no one ever
I
has
told
anything.
myself if I skip the Manus bonfire, then I
Yeah,
don't
actually,
do,
both of you
Fogate skip.
guys skipped Artie bonfire, which
I only skipped it
Great
because I
to
died.
see.
It's like as soon as I died, I just went full YOLO. on the punches
that's
and
what I
skips and-
figured. Whenever you skipped it, I'm like, I think Nax believes that he's probably pretty far behind, so he needs to make up on this.
Yeah.
All right. So let me pull up the brackets here. So Nax, you will be going up against Sastiton. How do you feel about that match?
Oh, I'm actually scared. Like
Ooh.
I don't know.
But
At
you
this point
just-
in the tournament,
You
like
just
everyone's
took down
really
the #1 runner in the world record holder.
I mean, he's a scary runner, a scary guy. I don't blame you for being nervous. Although your run today was actually over 7 minutes faster than his previous race. And then he's had a 126, another 126, and then a 127. Whereas you've had a 125, a 120, and a 119.
Yeah, you
So,
never know. I
you
don't know.
really-
That's the best time of the tournament too, by the way, right?
A 119. Kamul had a 118.
yeah.
Oh, never mind. Forgot about that.
And I think, is that faster than Brute? Yeah, it is faster
Brute
than
had a
Brute by little
119.
bit. Yeah, 119, 38. So yeah, that is the second fastest. I believe the fastest this week, though. But no, Kamul did this week. Never mind, don't listen to me. Okay. So Capitaine, you will be facing the winner of Master Comedy. Who do you think's gonna come out of that? Who would you rather face? How do you think it's gonna go? When you
Well, I
do-
would rather face Master, and because if
Oh,
you
yeah.
don't get past Gargoyle, I pretty much won. So
But what if you can't get past Quelag?
Ooh,
yeah,
yeah.
if I can't get past Quillag, or if he gets past Gargoyle, then I'm over. It's rip.
Oh yeah.
It's
Do you
like
think
all or
he'll
nothing.
go for insane BKGS?
I don't think he's going for BKGS now.
But let's not. Let's not count the A's for red. He still got to beat Comney, and yeah. So, I mean, Master does. I think most of us do believe that Master is favored in this race, but we've seen that.
Crazy
yeah,
upsets lately.
yeah, anything can happen. Anything can happen. All right. Well, is there anything else you guys would like to say? Or
Would you like
Mecca,
to,
Sheila?
Would either of you like to do a shout out to, I don't know,
I'd
your
like
dog?
I'd like to shout out Canada.
Shout outs to Canada. I agree.
Yeah. Here's looking at you, Canada. He did it for the boys, boys up north. Putting NA on the top again.
I mean, yeah, the only
I think you're
only
the
North
only
American
one,
in the
Yeah,
top.
the only one left now.
the only one left. You're right. I was looking at the
Wow.
top 4, but yeah, the only North American left in the entire
Yeah.
tournament.
Sorry.
Oh God, the pressure.
How's it feel to have a whole continent, just on your back?
Pretty heavy.
No,
be honest.
nice. Okay. Well, we would like to thank Speed Gaming, the crew involved and everything, all the re-streamers, Feasel, everyone, all the viewers. Thank you all so much for watching, cheering our guys along. I know I had fun. I
had
guess
a great
Mecca
time as
did.
well.
I'll just speak for Mecca. Said he had a great time. And yeah, we'll see next one. Let me get up. Hold up.
The next scheduled race is
Oh,
on
there you go.
Wednesday between Alibaba and Pink and Orange and Gold. I feel
yeah.
like there's a lot that haven't been added to the schedule yet.
Yeah, there's still quite a few races that haven't been added, so you
I guess
can
just keep an eye on the schedule page, which I will post
keep
in
an eye
chat.
out. What is that? And yeah, so those are the only two we have. But yeah, just keep an eye out. Probably have more coming up, and yeah, that's gonna do it for us. Thank you all so much again, and take care. Bye bye.
Bye bye.
That's all from us.
Yeah.